Please help welcome to the podium, Newfield High School Class of 22 Valedictorian, Ms. Dora John.
Good evening, class of 2022. Before I start, I'd like to thank my parents, my grandparents, siblings, and all of my family for their sacrifice and love, which has made me who I am. I'd also like to thank administration, all the teachers that have inspired me so much over the years, and my friends who have been my biggest cheerleaders. Actually, without such people, none of us would be here today. So let's give it up for them. On a very personal note, I'd also like to thank Taylor Swift and the creators of Quizlet and Google for assisting me in my academic endeavors. I'm not going to stand up here and speak like I've got it all figured out, because the truth is, I don't, and most of us don't. So when I thought about how to do this speech best, I went, well, let's turn this into a poetry fest. And today I hope to leave you with 5 tips to prevent some of your future slips. So I'll start with the first tip, smile more. And I don't mean to be a bore, so let's throw it back to the last 4 years and explore back to when we weren't 8th graders anymore. Here we ended up at Newfield, called Newfield, but nothing is new. Gyms many, ACs very few.
Period.
Scared about freshman Fridays, left without a clue, and those chicken patties that no one could quite chew. And before we knew it, all the time flew. From sitting around and solving our proofs and listening to our local classroom goofs, watching the cringy skits at homecoming, and learning how to be debugging. To now, making graph pancakes and partying in the halls, bringing anything but a backpack to school and all, roasting the freshmen at class competition, applying to colleges, and getting admission. Keep these memories and smile back on them. Never cry the way you cried in chem. Just see how far you've come, and look, we're not as dumb. These happy memories will be our guide. With a positive mind, be cheerful of the path that lies ahead, with pride varied and wide. With a smile on your face, get ready for the ride. Tip 2, work hard. For this, I have my own story to tell of a young girl who wouldn't come out of her shell. I came to this country when I was 4. I couldn't speak my native tongue anymore. I struggled with English and barely passed kindergarten. I remember all the rooms I just fell apart in. When people told me to follow my dreams, I went to bed because I didn't know what determination meant. So I fixed my head on a vision, one where I would make my own decisions. I fell down 7 times but would get up 8. I would write my own fate regardless of the hate. Because before you thrive, you must survive. So shoot for the stars and aim for the moon. Come out of your cocoon. Don't wait for the time to be opportune. College debt, taxes, a retirement account. Life will never give you a discount. In the future that we are entering into, none of it works unless you do. So work smarter, not harder. Find a strategy and methodology, use your gifts and confront your flaws, and never put your life on pause. Tip 3, make mistakes. And I don't mean you should be a disgrace, but sometimes you need to mess up the value of X, or go look at a Tyrannosaurus Rex, do something that no one would expect for the sake of being incorrect. After a decade of getting everything right, I wish I wasn't so uptight. Being wrong is at times more effective than being right, because there is no life unless there is a fight within yourself as you try to ignite that fire inside. Just know that there is no victory unless there are a few battles. So make mistakes with repetition, for some will break your heart but fix your vision. Just don't let it touch your ambition. We may be graduating, but you won't stop learning, because life doesn't stop teaching. And this isn't the end of our real education, it's just the beginning. Tip 4, know the weight of your words. Since what you say is a lot more than a bunch of nouns, don't use your words to bring someone down, but put the colorful assortment of language in these hallways to use in the rap album you plan to one day produce. For your words can help and heal, they can raise hopes and guide the ropes, but know that they can also hurt and humiliate. They can break a spirit and make people fear it. So think before you open your lips, for your words have the power to make or break relationships. Choose your words wisely as you craft this novel that is your life. String them together even if it causes some strife. Have faith in its author, the speaker, the enunciator, since you are the creator. And you can't start the next chapter of your life if you're still reading the last one. Your words should be second to none. So turn the page and make the world your stage. Let your words out of its cage and use it to make a positive change. Drench the pages in color, search and discover, learn and be kind to your mother, and never let life get duller. Tip 5, keep moving forward. Call it just keep swimming, but really, we have to keep living. You can't wait until life isn't hard anymore to be happy, because after all, you've outgrown your nappy. We're the class that learned during a pandemic, adjusted our lives in academics, stayed strong in uncertainty and absurdity, braved it all with love, support, and fraternity. The road ahead is full of sharp turns, and you might get a few road burns. Some well-trodden and untrodden paths might make you change your plans, but no one said it would be easy, and nothing in life is really that breezy. These past 4 years have taught us that things get hard, but we always stay on guard. So, move the roadblocks. March the streets for what you believe in. Create a world where all people can be free in. Rewrite laws and save the seas. Work towards world peace. Mold a universe where people can talk without raising the temperature, where we prize our values over our expenditure. All it takes is a chance if we're willing to take it, and borders learn to break it. Build fires in a world that's cold, because it is the future that we hold. Let us turn it into a future of gold. If only we are bold, will our generation be extolled. For we are tomorrow's leaders and shakers, nurses, influencers, and art creators, researchers, engineers, bakers, and business owners, doctors, scientists, and curators, mechanics, pilots, and educators. And as we flip our tassels, let us remember that life is a hassle, that we are not guaranteed a castle. So don't sit by as this journey unravels, but know that we are too hot to handle and we will not fail to dazzle. And I didn't want this speech to be fake, so I guess I'll close with a few words from Drake. I guess you'll lose some and win some, long as the outcome is the income. You know I want it all, and then some. Thank you, class of 2022.